Hello, this is I Go Travel with Don Barnett. Hey, Mr. Cameraman up there. Mr. Cameraman, have you seen any bears around lately? Have you seen any? No? Well, I'm not scared of bears, but I just wondered if you saw some. Okay, in this video, I guess we're ready to get rolling. We will do a couple of trails here, but mainly the trail, the Legacy Trail between Canmore and Banff, Alberta. It's a great paved trail. And then near the end of the video, we will do a second video just to show you the trailhead area of a backcountry dirt trail that where you can go just 5 or 6 kilometers south of Canmore and follow a couple of creek beds right into the Banff Springs Hotel through the backcountry. So come on, let's start with the paved trail along the Trans-Canada Highway, and we'll start in Canmore. Before we decided to bike into Banff from Canmore, we biked around the streets of Canmore. In historical times, Canmore was a small, dusty, hard-working coal mine town, but it is anything but that today. It is a high-end place and a modern, new place. Notice the bike trails have a reddish color to them, and you'll notice in some places where the people walk on the gray sidewalk area. It serves as a bedroom community to Banff, which is an international tourist destination. Banff's is crowded for accommodation for workers in the service industry, and many workers have taken up residence in nearby Canmore. Because of the close access to Banff National Park and the mountain beauty of the whole area, many other people have taken up residence in Canmore as well. It is the case of a small town exploding with people and wealth. When we were there, construction projects for housing seemed to be everywhere. Huge residential complexes were replacing small houses and filling open spaces. The traffic was slow moving, and it was a pretty safe, relaxing place to bike ride. Too many people around here, no bears, and I tell you, I'm not scared of bears anyhow. Right in the downtown part, there were quite a few eating places, but it was crowded everywhere, it seemed like. They have the center part of the town blocked off from traffic, and you could walk or ride your bikes in this area. But there was lots of people around, and a holiday atmosphere, and the beauty of the mountains, you just could not ignore them. We rode our bikes up and down the various streets. There seemed to be quite a few paintings and features like these for sale for tourists. It was a tourist-oriented place. We saw this statue of a coal miner and these old coal cars. Canmore started as a coal mining town back in the days when horses pulled carts of coal on rails deep from dark, dangerous tunnels in the mountains. you can visit a nice little museum in downtown Canmore today. Steam locomotives and heating houses were the main uses for coal, but it ended when Alberta oil was discovered. We're biking on the Bow Valley Trail. The Bow River flows from the mountains here down to Calgary and joins the South Saskatchewan River and makes its way to eventually to Hudson Bay. And we're biking along the street here, and we're heading out for the head area, beginning of the bike trail, and now we're on the way to Banff, on the Banff Legacy Trail. Once in a while we ran into construction like this. Those boards on the left side, we're crossing in effect a bridge, a little creek, and they don't want people to stop at the bridge area and then create a bottleneck. So they cover up those bridge areas over the various little creeks. As you can see, we're right along the highway, the Trans-Canada Highway here, but it's not all highway. There are some places that it gets away from the highway, and nice quiet areas like we're into right here. Although the trail follows the highway basically into Banff, like I say, it gets away from the highway, and there's nice bends and curves in it in a couple of sections. But we're right in the woods here. Now in this section, up on the right would be the highway. We still basically follow within the highway corridor. And some people don't like the traffic, but we never notice the traffic at all. The scenery is so terrific and beautiful in this part that the traffic is not a factor at all. It was fall. As you can see, the leaves were just starting to change. I think that's Mount Rundle in Banff ahead of us. There's a few places along the highway, developments. And on the left you can see the railway track. And here we are, one of the few times in our old bikes we're going to actually pass somebody. But maybe that person doesn't have an e-bike.
We're taking advantage of our e-bike.
The whole trail is quite level, quite flat. There's the odd little hill that you have to go up and down, but the mountains here seem to be a gray color. I don't know why that is exactly, but it's just beautiful scenery. Here we're coming back a little bit closer to the highway again. And it's a commuter trail for workers in Canmore. They commute back and forth to work in Banff. We found a resting spot. We're not in the national park directly, but I see that they had some Adirondack chairs set out for people to stop at, and we took advantage of it. All of the national parks in Canada have these red Adirondack chairs, kind of a symbol of the national parks, and the idea is to have a place to sit and maybe meet some other riders or walkers on the trail, and just have a relaxation time. So these are some Adirondack chairs halfway between Banff-Canmore and Banff. So each way we had to stop and just sit and take a relaxation moment and looking at the mountains down below me here. It's just a time for a little bit of a rest. Looks like another creek crossing here by those boards on the left-hand side. Look at that mountain ahead of us. Terrific scenery. I think that is Sulphur Mountain that you see from another perspective from the main street of Banff. It is really a pleasant, easy, enjoyable kind of ride. And you can't beat the mountain scenery. Look at that big fence on the left side there. Keeps all the animals out on the other side, and we're in the safe highway corridor. Anyway, who's scared of bears anyhow? But it just makes it for nice, pleasant, relaxing bike riding. There's a few other bikers every once in a while on the trail. Many of them don't have e-bikes, they're faster bikes. This is a little dip up and down. This is an example of some of the unlevel parts of the trail. Pretty easy to manage and handle. You always seem to be around people on this trail. Keeps the bears away, I guess. At one construction site, we were confused. Which way do we go? To the right under the bridge or straight ahead through that gate? We decided to go to the right under the highway bridge. And it was kind of exciting. However, for some reason, after a while, we decided maybe we were on the wrong side, so we turned around and went back under the bridge. We weren't just too sure, but we went through the gate and sailed on down. The trail was good on both sides. And then we noticed, hey, we're outside the highway corridor. It's on the other side of the fence. And we're on the side with that little creek, I guess where the animals are. Well, I don't know why they did that or how we made that error, but I'm not scared of bears. I tell you, there was somebody else on the trail who made us feel a little bit better. I'm not scared of bears. And, so we charged on. In this section, the highway was above us. I don't know what you'd do if a bear crossed that creek and came across onto the pathway, but I'm not scared of bears. I don't know what you would do. I guess you'd turn around or try to climb that wall. Now, we're on the side where the bears are, and the highway corridor is on the other side. But I'm not scared of bears. Did you know that bears can run about as fast as racehorses? And I'm not scared of bears. But I wonder if you ran into a bear on this side of the fence. I wonder if you could climb this fence fast enough. You know, it's pretty high. I'm not scared of bears, but you know, I bet with a bear on your tail, you could probably clamber pretty high. I'm not scared of bears, but you know, the wire, it gives just a little bit here. I think maybe you could stand on your bike, but I'm not scared of bears. And maybe you could lean your bike against the fence, and then stand on the seat of the bike and get some height that way. I don't know. I'm not scared of bears, but anyway, I noticed. I don't know why they had us go on this side of the fence. I'm not scared of bears. You know. Hopefully we'll come to another opening where we get back on the highway corridor side of the fencing. I'm not scared of bears, but that would put the bears on the other side of the fence where they belong. Not on my side of the fence, but I'm not scared of bears. So, hey, let's just jump on the bike and keep on trucking on here. On the wrong side of the fence, and we couldn't even see the highway anymore. This was kind of an open area where the brush had been cleared off. Good berry picking area, I guess, and the bears like berries, but I'm not scared of bears. We went through some other construction gates, and hey, we realized now we are in the highway corridor. So I don't know how things worked out, but we're in the highway side of the fence now. I think this was one of the bigger hills that we had to bike up, but really, for me, it was no problem. Nice paved track, and I think by that mountain size, we're getting closer to Banff. We met a rollerblader over this bridge. Let's just enjoy the ride for a minute or two. I think the total distance between Canmore and Banff is around the 25-kilometer mark. We are getting close to Banff. That overpass ahead of us is the Trans-Canada Highway. Under the pass, and we are close to Banff. This is the short highway that leads into Banff. More traffic on it, more riders on the trail. Some of these could be commuting riders, workers who stay at Canmore. We came into town. No bears here. Who's scared of bears anyhow? Too many people. This is the main part of Banff, just coming into it from the highway side. We pulled off the busy street. There was lots of people, but not crowded by Banff summertime standards. But we still had to push our bikes on the sidewalks. We stopped for a bite to eat, and these magpies were friendly and looking for food. After we got a bite to eat, we rode around the streets of downtown Banff for a little while. A lot of nice buildings in the town. Main Street, Banff. The bike lane is shared on the right-hand side with cars. That is Mount Rundle ahead of us. The mountain that we had seen from the right-hand side coming into Banff. There is lots to do and see in Banff, but we wanted to get back to Canmore, so after a while we started for home. We biked over the electric mat at this gate, and we were safe inside the highway corridor. And we were on our way back to Canmore from Banff. Another scenic view going the two different ways. It gives you two different views. Sometimes you can think you're on a new road, but it's the same road, just going the opposite direction. Beautiful set of mountains over there on the right. And back over a boarded area where a creek ran below. There was no boarded area here, just a fenced area to avoid bikes going over a steep drop-off. The whole corridor was a nice, safe, level place. Enjoyable biking. And not entirely straight like a railroad track either. It had bends and curves and little hills up and down. Maybe you could hear the sound of the tires on the asphalt trail. We never really noticed the highway noise. Too much beautiful scenery and pleasant riding. The railway on the right, on the other side of the fence, is the Canadian Pacific Railway, the original line built across the country. And another bridge. You had to kind of watch your balance, but basically they were wide enough, no trouble at all. Provided some variety on the trail. We'll just roll along the trail for a few minutes here. The trail along the highway is not a straight trail, as you can see. A few nice gentle hills and curves in it added to the variety. And we are coming back into Canmore. Okay, let me show you this second trail. It's a backcountry trail. It's a hard-packed, it's not paved, but it's a hard-packed, good level trail that takes you right into the back door of the Banff Springs Hotel. We came from Canmore south on the Spray Lakes Road over to the Nordic Centre and down Highway 742 to the trailhead here. And the trail starts at this end from Goat Creek, goes to a height of land. It's a fairly level trail all the way, but the height of land then takes you down the Spray River Trail right into the Banff Springs Hotel. And just to give you a bigger picture of the whole area south of Canmore is called Kananaskis, and it runs over toward Calgary. We're on Highway 742. It continues south, sometimes called the Smith-Dorian Trail or the Spray Lakes Road. And it runs for about 100 kilometers south to an area called Elk Pass. And when we ran the first original Trans-Canada Trail between BC and Alberta, we came from Cranbrook through Elkford and Sparwood, over Elk Pass, down into Peter Lougheed Park. And then we followed 742 northward to what is the trailhead today. And then we ran the Trans-Canada Trail down the Goat Creek and the Spray River Trail into Banff. And that was the original route of the Trans-Canada Trail between British Columbia and Alberta. Okay, let's find this back trail between Canmore and Banff. I think that's the Bow River below us. We crossed over the bridge at Canmore and headed south on the Spray Lakes Road. It was early fall and the leaves were just starting to change. We started to gain elevation right away. The road was paved, but that was soon to change. We stopped at the Canmore Nordic Centre, where there were a number of mountain bikes and bikers. This sign said that this was cougar or mountain lion country. Other signs reminded us that we were also in bear country. The sign said, in effect, behave yourself, follow a few precautions, and you can have a unique and wonderful mountain experience. Beyond the Nordic Centre, we gained elevation and lost the pavement. They were paving this short section near Canmore, so maybe next time it will be paved. That is a reservoir down there. The scenery was fantastic. This was the trailhead parking lot. Steepest part of the trail is this short drop-off from the parking lot itself, and the bikers are on their way. You had to be a little careful at this beginning part, but the trail is basically quite flat and level all the way into the Banff Springs Hotel. There you have two great trails right in the Banff area. One along the highway and the other back trail that takes you into the Banff Springs Hotel. And if you did that second trail, I would say that go with 2 or 3 other people. It is bear country. And leave your dog at home. You know, if your dog rouses up a bear and that bear charges that dog, where do you think that dog is going? That dog is heading right to safety. And where's safety in his mind? Right in your lap, back to you. And with a bear hot on his tail, you could be in a heap of big trouble quickly. So leave your dog at home, travel in a little group, and you can really enjoy these 2 trails in Banff. Hit the subscribe button and that will tell you when we're posting more videos on the internet. And if you want to see some of those other videos, other places, and other stories, just Google what it says on the bottom there. Google my name, Don Barnett 5090. Click on my name, hit the word playlists in the middle of the page, and scroll down. Each playlist contains several travel videos.